To the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning in this Friday evening. It is Friday the 13th. How many of y'all remember that old scary horror movie called Friday the 13th? Just wave your hand. I remember it, and boy, I tell you, it was one of my favorite. I love horror movies. I don't like the really gory stuff, but I love the original, the Friday the 13th. So today is Friday the 13th. That's the first thing that crossed my mind. That was a Friday the 13th. So I am so glad that you've tuned in with me today. And today we have an amazing program for you today. I want to ask you to, I'm going to give you this time to share it. I call this the share moment, where I give all of you an opportunity to share today's broadcast. Let me know where you are watching from. We have a very interesting subject that I would like to cover today, and I know that it's going to inspire you, it's going to motivate you, it's going to encourage you. After all, that's why I am here. Today, I want to talk about learning to trust the process. Learn to trust the process. How many know that life is a process? Sometimes we go through things in life. We wish things would speed up. We wish we get married right away. We wish we find the right man, or we wish we'll get that brand new car, that nice house on the hill. Or you know what your process is, but sometimes you just have to learn how to trust the process, which means that things may not always unfold right when you want them, but the way life works is that you have to learn to trust the process and not be in a rush about things, not being in a hurry about things, but just realizing that things will work out for you in time. And I think we've all been there. I know in my own life, I'm learning how to trust the process. Sometimes that's very difficult. Sometimes that's very hard. I mean, what do you mean trust the process when it looks like everybody else is moving forward and I appear to be stagnant. I appear to be stuck in a rut, and everybody else seems to be moving on with their life and advancing. It seems like that you're just stuck. What the reality of it is, you may not be stuck. It just means you may just need to trust the process and realize that everything's going to be just fine. Even the people where they're at today in their life, you have to realize that they haven't always been there. Even the people that are successful in life, you have to realize that they haven't always been there. So this is a journey for all of us. All of us are learning. All of us are growing. All of us are developing. All of us are reaching a place where we're learning how to trust the process. So what does it look like to trust the process when it seems that life is moving so slowly for us, or maybe so slowly for you? What do I do? This is a question many have asked, and I have even asked myself this question several times. When it appears that things are moving so slow in life, I'm like, what's going on? How come everybody else is moving forward? How come it seems like I'm stuck? I think we've all been there in life. So this is a question that many have asked, and I have even asked myself this question many times. Sometimes it can be very difficult to trust the process of growth because if the truth be told, sometimes it appears as if we are simply not moving at all. And that's why many of you get discouraged today. Maybe it's a trade that you want to do. Maybe it's a college career. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a few minutes. Maybe it's something that you want to participate in. I want to be this. I want to do that. I want to accomplish this. And it just seems like you're doing it, but it just seems like it's just not moving as fast as you would want it to move. If I'm talking to you today, I would like to tell you don't lose heart. Don't get discouraged. Nothing just shoots off from the ground. Even a what they call a space shuttle, that thing don't just go up. They have to fuel it up, and there's a lot of preparation before that thing goes off into space. Your life is the same way. Don't worry about what's not working. Embrace the moment. Live in today. Trust the process. So you say things like trust the process. For some people, that is a very huge statement. What do you mean trust the process, and how does one do that? In order to trust the process, we must be aware that process alone takes time. When you go to your bank, you may tell them, "Hey, I need to deposit $1,000." Well, they can do that, but it's going to be a process. That process may take 30 seconds. They may tell you, "Okay, we're with another customer right now, but I'll get that process for you." Everything in life is a process. When you go get groceries, it's a process. You have to ring. You just can't go in there and get what you want and then just walk right out. No, it's a process. You got to get your groceries, put them in a basket or however you grocery shop, take it through the check through line, ring it all up. That's all a process. When you get in your car and drive, you just don't get in your car and drive. You need gas. You have to go put gas in your. See, I think you get my point. Everything in life comes with a process, and everything in life comes with time. And some of us are trying to rush time because we're trying to be like somebody else or we want to keep up with other people. You will wear yourself out emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, trying to keep up with what everybody else is doing. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That is what you've been called to do. Stay in your lane. I like what one of my friends said. He says, a lot of times people put a lot of emphasis on being called to do something. But not only are you called to do something, but I like what he said. He says you are actually coded for it. Woo! How many of y'all like that? You're not only called to do what you do in your process, you're actually coded for it. That simply means nobody can do the Brother Henry and You show like me. Why? Because not only have I been called to do this, I've been coded for it. It's in my DNA. It's what I do. It's the process. Does things always unfold the way I want it to on this show? No. Do we have interruptions and things on this show that happen? Yes. Would I like my show to be in other places and areas in life? Yes. But not just my show, but you're struggling with that today too, if you were to be honest. Most of us are, but we hide it. We don't want to tell nobody about it because it simply embarrasses us because we're trying so hard to keep up. So you got to realize that not only just things in life, process does come with time. And I think by far, many of us are not even embracing the moment. We're not even embracing, you know what embracing the moment means? That simply means that I'm not going to be preoccupied by time. I'm not going to be preoccupied by what's working. I'm not going to be preoccupied by what's not working. I'm just going to live in the moment and embrace the moment and the memories of the moment. So we are moving and you have a goal, but we find ourselves discouraged because we feel like we are not where we should be. But that that is even a process. You know you're moving, But like I just said, but you feel like you're not where you should be. What's that quote somebody said? They said, I'm not where I should be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. I think that's how they quoted it. And I agree with that. I thank God I'm not where I used to be. I am moving. I may be moving at a slow pace. And here's the thing. I said this earlier and I'll say it again in a different way. You have to do what's best for you and you have to do what works for you. Stop patterning your life and filtering your life through somebody else's process. Can I say it again? Stop patterning your life and filtering your life through somebody else's process or what worked for somebody else. Because the reality of it is that what worked for one person may not work for the next person. What may work for Jimmy may not work for you. What may work for Sally down the street may not work for you. You have been uniquely designed to do the thing that you've been called and coded to do. It is your life, it is your process. It is up to you to live that process. So consider a plant, for an example. Consider a plant. You plant it, you water it, but that's all you can do. And allow the sun and nature to run its course. Even nature is a process. This is so symbolic to life that whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to accomplish in life, you can do that. But you got to realize that all you can do is plant it, water it, and you allow everything that life brings to you to unfold in the way it should unfold. You can't control how it grows. You can't fertilize it. All you can do is just wait for that process to unfold until that thing starts to fully manifest in your life. You can't rush it. You just cannot rush it. You gotta trust it. Even though I'm using that for an illustration, even if you go plant something, you can go plant a watermelon seed. A watermelon seed today, it's not gonna be up tomorrow. You can't control it. But you know what? 2 or 3 weeks down the road, go back out there to your garden. You're like, I see that the head starting to come up, and then it grows into something beautiful. And that's what I believe about you today, and that's what I know about you today. That you are growing into something beautiful. Don't try to control it. Just plant the seed. What is that in your life that you want to plant in your life? What is that you want to be? What is that you want to accomplish? Accomplish. What is it that you're passionate about? Plant the seed, water it, and you allow um, life to just unfold the way it should unfold in your life. This is our reality. This is my reality as it relates to growth. That all you can do is plant the seed. You water it, and beyond that point, it's really beyond your control. You cannot control how it operates. You can't control how it grows. Our job is just to plant the seed and allow it to grow the way it should grow. So, I have a question I want to ask you today. In what areas in your life you are developing, and what is your process? In what areas in your life that you are developing, and what is your process? We all have one. Maybe you should think about that for a few minutes. We all have one. For many of us, it may be a business. For many of us, it may be a marriage, it may be a relationship, it may be college. For many of us, it may even be our belief systems. Navigating through life trying to or being challenged to make real big decisions, as all of us have been there before, and as I have been there before. We all have a process, but we have to trust the process and have confidence that even though right now things may be appearing to go slow for you, it's going to work out. Things are going to unfold the way you want them to unfold. And even if it doesn't, you know what I've learned in life? Even when things come in my life and I may have desires in my life or things that I want, and things may not unfold the way I think they should, that used to really discourage me because I'm like, wow, how come things are going so crappy for me, for lack of a better term? Why are things just not working out for me? But you know what I had to learn? I had to learn how to have confidence in myself and say, maybe this is not for me right now. So the process that you're going through, maybe you're looking at it like, okay, I planted this seed here and the thing is still not growing. Maybe it's not for you. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind too. Um, we all have a process. We can't control how the seed grows, and I just said that, but we can control our perspective of the seed. You can't control how the seed grows, but you can control your perspective of the seed. So I want to challenge you today to trust the process. I want to challenge you today that are watching to embrace the moment. Don't worry about tomorrow. It's not promised to you. The next second is not promised to you. The next minute is not a promise to you. Enjoy life. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the moment. The least you can do is give yourself credit that at least you're moving. And some of you are not even doing that. You're bringing yourself down. You're devaluing yourself. You're degrading yourself because you feel like you're not moving as fast as you think you should, or you feel like you're not moving as fast as other people are moving. Give yourself some credit. At least you're moving. How often we give up when it looks like things are not moving? How often do we do that? We just throw in the towel. We just give up. Well, I just give up. Things ain't working out for me. I don't know why things ain't moving fast enough. We just throw in the towel. We just give up because things are just not moving the way we think they should be moving. Now, I'm here to tell you today, like I just said earlier, don't lose heart. At least you're moving. Can you declare that today? Can you say that today? At least I am moving. I'm moving. I may be moving out at the speed of a turtle, but I'm moving. I'm moving. Give yourself some credit today. If you ever feel this way, remind yourself, why did you even plant the seed to begin with? I'm not saying you're not going to have days where you're not going to be discouraged, but if you ever questioned it, if you ever felt like just throwing in the towel, if you ever felt like just giving up completely, you need to go back and ask yourself, why did I even plant the seed to begin with? Because because I always tell people it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Anybody can start something, but it's how you finish it. And even in starting something is a process. Because you may have in your mind of how you wanted to display it and how you want it to turn out, but it may not even unfold that way for you. Did you think or believe the process would grow overnight? So many of us get discouraged because our dreams don't grow overnight. Can I tell you something? That's unrealistic. Any person in life that has been successful or successful today, I guarantee you it didn't happen overnight. It did not happen overnight. Why? Because it was a process. What did they do? They planted the seed, they watered it, and then whatever life brought to them or whatever desire that they had, it came to them. Things don't happen overnight. Did you think that things move fastly? Nothing in life moves fastly. If this is your line of thinking, it's very unrealistic and you will set yourself for disappointment and unrealistic expectations. You just will. Trust the process. You have to learn to trust the process. Giving up is so easy, but try to focus on the outcome. What if I stay faithful to what I really want to be and accomplish in life? What would that look like in the near future? What if I stay faithful to this? What would be the outcome? That's why I stay, whatever I do in my life and whatever goals I want to accomplish in my life, if I plant that seed, I'm always asking myself this question. If I stick with this, what would this look like 5 or 10 years from now? If I stick with this, what would be the outcome of what I'm doing or the seed that I planted 5 or 10 years from now? That is what motivates me. That's what inspires me. That's what encourages me to stick with my process and to just respect that even though it's not moving fast, it's moving and I'm growing and I'm developing and I'm not stagnant. What if I wait? What if I hold on just a little longer? It is very rewarding. Very rewarding. Trust the process involves not only endurance, but patience. Did you know that? Trusting the process not only involves endurance, but patience. I struggle with patience sometimes. I know that you probably struggle with patience sometimes because we want things to move at a steady pace. We want things to move fastly. It is telling yourself, I am willing to be patient with the process no matter how long it takes. What I am telling you is some changing advice. And of course, all advice can either be received or rejected. But your success sometimes is determined by what you hear. So let me ask you this question today. What are you listening to? What do you hear? What are you allowing people to deposit into your heart? What are you allowing people to deposit into your spirit? Because some people can either cause you to grow or to stay stagnant. Some people can cause you to grow or to keep you stuck. Not everybody is going to be your cheerleader or cheer you on. Not everybody's going to be excited for you. Not everybody's going to help you in your process. Some people come in your life to hinder it. And you have to use your discernment to say, I need to remove these people out of my life. If they're not going to help me in my process, they need to move. They need to go. You need to connect with people who are like-minded. You need to connect with people who knows what it is to grow and to develop and to learn. And this is something that we can all do together. Be careful who you are listening to because everyone doesn't have the right to speak about your process. Everyone doesn't have the right to speak about your process, partly because many haven't lived it or will be able to comprehend it. What you listen to will determine your development. Trust the process. Things may look bad, but things will get better for you. Trusting the process simply means falling in love with every step of growth. You want to know what trusting the process looks like? Falling in love with every step of growth. Somebody, please type that. If you're watching right now, type that in the comment section. Growth is falling in love. Trusting the process means falling in love with every step of growth, no matter how slow it goes. I'm falling in love with every step of growth. No matter where growth leads me, no matter where growth takes me, I'm falling in love with every step of growth. I'm learning to develop. I'm learning to observe what I'm listening to and those who are trying to hinder the process. I'm learning to trust the process even when things may not be moving as fast as I think they should be moving. Do you know what it is like watching a baby grow? there are some there are so many joys and pleasures. So you capture every moment, you take every moment in, you capture every event. And we should do the same thing with our process. See the many joys that come with it and eliminate all the bad stuff that we have put in our minds about our process, and learn to capture every moment and see that as valuable and see that as something that you treasure. And you can look back at that and say, this is where I used to be, and this is where I'm at today. This is where my process started. This is where I planted that seed, and this is where I am at today. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that fulfilling? I have learned to trust the process even when it looked like things won't work. Trusting the process means I don't know where this is going, so I choose to trust the process. But here is the $1 million question. How does one do that? How does one trust the process? I'm gonna give you 3 ways that has helped me. Because many people may be asking, you Henry, you said trust the process a million times, but how does one do that? I'm gonna tell you how we do that, then we'll come to a close. Number one, don't just focus on the process, but also the destination. Ask yourself, where am I going? Life is a process, and the things we participate in life is a process. But if we can be aware of where we are going, it may give us some comfort in the process. Um, Many people they focus a lot on the process, but you ask those same people, well, what is your process and where are you going? Where's your destination? What is your ultimate plan? What is your goal? What is your layout? What is your format? I mean, you get what I'm saying. They can't tell you. So don't just focus on the process. Know where you're going. The only reason why you planted that seed or have a process is simply because you're trying to go somewhere. You're trying to get somewhere. So it's okay to focus on the process, but also the process is right here and your destination is right here. You just can't have a process without a destination. You're going somewhere, you're aiming towards something, find out what that something is. Number two, release yourself from panic. Oftentimes we worry about things that we have very little control over. And I'm speaking from experience, and I still struggle with that today. We panic, we freak out about the process, but you can't control it. You really cannot control it. Only worry about the things that you can control and manage. Because there are many things that we um, we bombard our minds with that we cannot control, that we cannot manage. And that causes our anxiety level to go up. That causes us to go crazy because we're trying to control everything. You just can't do it. Control what you can control and manage what you can manage in a healthy way. Number three, my last one, value and investment. It is very important to know your value and what you have added or invested into the process. Sometimes it may take a minute to recognize this or one's value, but be patient. Remember, never compare your value to someone else's. You have to believe and honor yourself and watch this, even when it looks like no one else is doing that for you. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. Sometimes you have to believe in yourself. You can't wait on somebody else to give that to you or to be that for you or for them to even see it. You have to bring yourself to a place where you train your mind to be grateful for where you're at. Bring yourself to a place to program and train your mind to be grateful for the process of where you're at. It may not be moving as quickly as you like, but remember, trust the process. Live in the moment. Nothing happens overnight. I want to encourage you that whatever it is that's on your heart, if you plant the seed, water that seed, celebrate each moment. Fall in love with the growth that whatever the process brings you. And I promise you, you will be um, successful in whatever area that life brings you. Did you enjoy that message today? I really hope you enjoyed it. It was such an honor to be with you today, this Friday evening. I hope you have an amazing day. Please take this time to share today's program. And also, I want to ask you to join me Sunday, August 15th. at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We have my friend Lionel Sneed from Fort Worth, Texas. We're going to be talking about should one stay in an abusive marriage because they had children with the abuser? There's a question that I posted on my fan page that actually went viral. It reached over 1 million people. Can you believe that? It reached over 1 million people. I think over 40,000 comments. It sparked up a huge conversation. I wasn't expecting that type of response from posting that, because that's something that we post every day. We'll post a question on our fan page, sometimes about marriage, sex, divorce, relationships, friendships. We just post questions. So I didn't post it and say, oh, I'm going to post this for it to go viral. It just went viral. So since it went viral, I feel like it's worth a discussion. So tune in Sunday at 10 a.m. Plan to stay with us at least about an hour and a half. Lionel Sneed is my main guest, but during the halftime show, I have friends from all over the globe that sent me some videos answering that question. Should one stay in a abusive marriage? And that's a lot of ground to cover. So I'll see you Sunday morning right here on the Brother Henry and You Show.
We hope you have enjoyed today's program. We want to connect with you. Visit us at facebook.com/The Brother Henry and You Show, or visit us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Henry Harris 100. We're so grateful you tuned in today and hope you have a fantastic day.